Well, hello there, friends. How are you today? I thought I would come on here and share this wonderful book that I found. This is a book by Morgan Harper Nichols, and I found her on Instagram because I like poetry and I like to incorporate poetry into my art journal and just different art projects that I like to do. And she came out with a book, so I thought, oh yes, I must get this book because I've been reading her poetry on Instagram and it is just lovely. I really, really enjoy it. I have been writing my own poetry since, maybe 14, 15, 16, somewhere in that vicinity. I just keep my poetry for me. But I'm glad that I found this author. This book is called All Along You Were Blooming, Thoughts for Boundless Living, a collection of poetry from Morgan Harper Nichols. So this book is very nice. It's very small. It's a good size to hold in your hand, and it has raised lettering on the outside and her name, and it's just beautiful, really. I got one of these for a friend of mine as well, and it has a place where you can inscribe it, so this is definitely meant for gift giving, and I love to give books as gifts. So I inscribed this. It says to, from, and date. I inscribed the one I gave to my friend. And this was published in 2020. So it's brand new. It just came out. It says right here. So I really like it. Now, there are some things in here that are religious, but if you don't follow a particular religion, then, you just apply it to your own, or just go with the poetry, And this is such a lovely book. It's very nicely illustrated. And right off the bat, I see the word hope right here. And my screen name has been Inside Hope for decades. Inside Hope 99, as it were. And so I can tell I'm going to like this book. But when people have particular things that they practice, and specifically like religion or something like that, that's what I do. And if it's in a book, I just apply it in my own way with my own set of beliefs. But it's always good to learn. So this is very, very beautiful. And the pages are really nice and thick. It's stitched, as you can see here. And it has a bookmark. Just one bookmark, so that's nice. So, I think this is her first book. It doesn't have any mention of any other book. I haven't researched her before, but I just saw the poetry and I like that. So, and I guess the publisher, is it Zonder? Is that zondervan.com? Not sure. And let's see. Oh, isn't that quaint? This book was published by, says Zondervan, so I'm assuming, because I've never heard of them before, that's the publisher. And it happens to be in Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is where my best friend is from. She went to Georgetown and got accepted also in Georgetown Law. She speaks 7 languages. She's a gem. So, anyway. Yeah. So, I'm very excited to be able to read this book. And it has a nice introduction. It has a beautiful table of contents for the heart, what you feel, for the mind, what you think, for the body, what you do, for the soul, who you are. So I think that's quite lovely. And it reminds me of Louise L. Hay. She is no longer with us. She passed away. But I've had her books for decades as well. And she goes along in her spiritual way. So just within that same vein, like I would take her poetry and some of the things that she says that don't follow what I believe in, I just apply them to what I do believe in. So, I mean, that way you can get the best of both worlds and still, you know, even though this isn't part of your belief system, you can still enjoy it and apply it to your own life, because, you know, there are many religions out in the world. So I like to try to, you know, remind people of that, and because it's what makes the world go round, you know. And I think that everybody should be included. That's how I feel. So, in any event, my friend says she liked this book and she's already started reading it. And this is the kind of book you don't have to read cover to cover. You can just randomly open this up, pick a page, and just start reading. And the thing about blooming is, nothing about the process is easy. It requires every part of you to stretch upward with your roots firmly planted in the ground. So that's just a little blurb from one of her poems. But you should just check her out, even if you don't buy the book, on Instagram. So anyway, this is totally my jam. This is what I gravitate towards, because I try very diligently to be a positive person and to evoke that to the people in my life. So, all right, guys. That, my friends, is everything. If you liked what you saw, I hope you do consider subscribing to my channel, and I wish all you folks a very lovely day. Peace out.